everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Cam, and today is going to be my Shop My Stash. I took a break from Shop My Stash for a few months there, and I haven't posted one on my channel yet just because as I was getting into the swing of my channel, I've been uploading for a few months now. It was kind of hard to know when it would go up, but I figured out kind of a schedule. I'm going to post my Shop My Stash every other week, and my Shop My Stash will include a recap from the week prior of things that I used the last week, and then the following week what I'm going to be pulling out. So this is only going to have one Shop My Stash in it because it's the first one that I did, and I currently didn't have a Shop My Stash going. So the next Shop My Stash that I post won't be next week, but it'll be the following week of what I chose to use for the next week and the things that I'm going to choose for that current week, if that makes sense. I will definitely leave a comment in the description box down below so it's a little less confusing, but it is currently 8:19 at night. I came home. I didn't have my makeup on when I went to school this morning. It is finals week. Everything is stressful. I did 3 finals today, and I've got 1 more on Wednesday, and I'm just so stressed out. I'm like way in overdrive right now. Just everything's crazy. My house is a mess, and excuse my backdrop right now. I didn't have time to set it up before I get to sit down with y'all right now. So for my next video, it will be put together, and probably my next video I will upload is going to be my vanity tour, so stay tuned for that. And let's just get started. So first off, I'm going to talk about the order that I would put everything on my face. So I always do my eyeshadow first, so I'm going to start with my eyeshadow primer. I'm not sure what the name of this is, but it's the Lorac Eye Primer, and I haven't used this in a little while, and I don't want it to go bad, so I figured I'll get some use out of it. If I don't like it, I'll just declutter it, but I tried to choose things that I know I don't really know my opinion on, or I forgot my opinion on, just so that way I can like fine-tune my collection. I don't want to keep reaching for things that I know I love, if that makes sense. So the eyeshadow primer that I'm going to use for the next week is the Lorac Eye Base. I think all of the numbers and letters are like kind of scrubbed off there, so we're just going to call it that. Next, I'm going to talk about my eyeshadow palettes that I chose for the next week, and I chose these because I do need to film with them. I don't know my opinion on them yet, which is why I picked these out. And what I've got on my eyes right now is this right here. This is the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette, and that is what the inside looks like. I am going to be doing a full dedicated video on this palette and this palette right here, and I have a great story. Y'all are going to want to hear it. So I used this palette here yesterday. I do have a picture of it, so I can include it in my video, or my review video, and I will also take a video of this look here and include it in my review video. But I didn't want to just have a first impression video on these palettes because I know there's a lot of those out there. I want to do a review, what I think of the color layout and things like that. But this is a really nice looking palette, so I will save my opinions for this until that video. So I wanted to have this in for the next week, so I am encouraged to use it and create a opinion on it, if that makes sense. And the last palette I also need to create a video on, and if you have not guessed it, it is my Tati Beauty palette. It is a bit dirty just because it's a nice touch or a soft touch, and it gets dirty very easily. This palette here, the mirror flips all the way down, and this palette is heavy. I went and did both my sister's and her girlfriend's makeup for a wedding, and I used this palette. I used this palette quite a few times on me. I do have probably an opinion on this, so just stay tuned for that. I just need to film with it, but things have been busy and I haven't got to sit down in front of my camera in just a few days, and I missed the filming day for this week, so that's alright. But this is like kind of really heavy. When I was doing the girls' makeup, like my wrist started to hurt because I was holding it. Like, that's not like, oh, this is really, really heavy, but it has a very nice weight to it, and I can't wait to film the review on this. So I figured if I put it in my Shop My Stash, I would have a grand opportunity to talk to y'all about it. The next thing I like to do is my primer, and I picked 2 out. First, I picked the Matte Prep and Prime Skin Base, and I have used this on my skin maybe 1 time, and I really wanted to get my opinion on this because it is new to my collection, and I'm excited to figure out what I think of this. This is relatively new to my collection. It is the newest primer that I have, so I'm just wanted to pull this bad boy in. So there's that, and then the other item primer I pulled in, so that's more of like a hydrating luminous primer, and this is more of a pore filling and perfecting primer. This is the No Pore Brim primer, and I did get this in my BoxyCharm. It's a smooth and pore covering top secret for perfect makeup. So I decided I want to pull that boy in, and then after that I go to foundation. My full coverage foundation that I decided to pull in is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I have mine in the shade Ivory, and it is like almost out, like you can tell there, and I kind of just want to rotate this in and try and get as much use out of this as possible. I really want to get this out of my collection. I want it gone, so I'm trying to force myself to, well, not really force myself, I do like this foundation, but I'm just trying to get myself to use this so I can get rid of it, if that makes sense. And then the other foundation I pulled in is a BB cream. This is the Magic Skin Perfecting Cream in Fair from L'Oreal Paris. It is a color changing BB cream, and if you look at there, it's white and it's got some like black beads in it, and then as you rub it out, it like changes to the color of your skin. And I wore this the other day, and I really liked the way my skin looked. So I really want to use this more because it did really intrigue me. So I figured I would pull this in on like low coverage days I go to work, days that I don't have a whole lot of time before I got to run out the door. So I decided this would be a great idea or something great to pull in for the next week or so. After that, I pulled in a concealer. This I am also trying to get rid of. I've got like, it was sitting in my drawer like this, but when it was sitting up, I had maybe about that much left in the tube, and I'm very excited to get this used up. There's not a whole lot of product in here. 2 fluid ounces in here, and this is the MAC Studio Fix 12-Hour Smooth Wear Concealer. So I just wanted to pull this in to get some use out of this. This is currently my oldest concealer that I have in my collection right now, so I figured this would be a great option. It fits my skin tone well, and I can pair these two nicely together to get a little more coverage in the areas that I think I need it. And then after that, setting powder. I am wearing this setting powder right now, and I feel like underneath my eyes are pulling a little yellow, and I don't know if I like that. I don't think I do. I wonder if it's the foundation and concealer that I'm wearing right now, but it's only pulling yellow like underneath my eyes, and I have it on my chin, my nose, and then my forehead here. So I figured since this is doing this right now, I want to pull this in for the next week and use it consecutively through the week and see if it's just doing that all the time or if it's just, I don't know. So I want to see, and if it does do this over and over and over, I don't think I'm going to keep this in my collection because I don't want my setting powder to pull yellow, if that makes sense. Like that's not alright with me. I also like to set the rest of my face with a setting powder. A, it gives me a little bit more coverage, and B, I just like the way it is. And this is my collab. What is this? This is the Kill the Shine Pressed Powder in the shade Porcelain. And here's what it looks like. This was one of my only powders for a while there. And I can see the riblets from the pan through the powder. So hopefully I hit pan on this soon. I'm not sure, but hopefully. I also decided to pull this in. This is also relatively new to my collection. This is the L'Oreal Paris 2 Match Powder Glow Illuminator, and I also have this on my face. I wore it yesterday and I think 2 days before that, so I've used this 4 or 5 times now. Sorry if you hear my dog. She's playing with a toy over there in the living room area, so if you hear her, that is what it is. And this is like really pretty. Like like blends out to like this pretty sheen. I'm trying to see if this is a dupe for the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders, and now that I have one, I can test those out. So I decided that I would give these out, and I recently have been getting into finishing powders a lot lately because it's winter, the air is dry, my skin is dry, and I just want my skin to look nice and fresh and healthy and just well put together, so I figured I'd pull that in. So next, I would like to talk about the Kylie Jenner face palette. This is the pressed powder face palette. I believe this is their holiday collection. When I bought this, I didn't realize that I own a single of this blush here. That's alright. I haven't decided if I'm going to declutter that single or not, gift it away to somebody that I know and love. But, so you get, a blush in the shade Batty on the Block, a bronzer in the shade Toasty, and these two highlights are in the shade Ice Me Out and Cheers Darling. So, that's the face palette I decided to bring in, but, because I have been reaching for this a lot lately. I've been wanting to use this a lot lately, and I believe it is their holiday 2019 collection. So you can still get your hands on this, I know. And I did have a little mishap with the box. When I opened it, there was a line in the bottom of the bronzer and the blush, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. I didn't really want to take it back. It was just from the box, I know that. And I decided to pull in another bronzer. I haven't used this bronzer in a little while. This is the Sephora bronzer in the shade Light. And here is what this one looks like. It does have a nice mirror on it. But this color is like really light. And I figured for the winter time, this would be a really nice bronzer. It doesn't pull... It pulls very cool tone on my skin, which I personally like. I don't really like a warm bronzer, so I figured this would be a great option for the winter months. The other highlight I decided to pull in was the Smashbox, and I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Valda? There it is, right there on the back. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I probably did. But this is the Petal Metal highlighter in Gilded Rose. And here's what that looks like. This used to be my favorite a little while back. I used to take it with me everywhere. And there's what that highlight looks like on the back of my finger. And plus, look at this packaging. It's freaking gorgeous. And swatching it on my hand, it is goldeny. It's like a champagne-y, pinky color. And I feel like with the eyeshadow palettes, it could look really nice, could not, but I do also have the Kylie highlights in the Kylie face palette that I was just talking about, so if I don't want to use this, I have these too. But this is really shiny, and I really do like this highlight, so I did bring this in. And then I also, because the same Shane Dawson palettes have a whole bunch of different color in them, and they have like things like that. I didn't know what type of blush I would want, so I kind of wanted to pull in a palette. So I did cheat and brought in my blush trio. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the shade Pink Passion. I did get this at TJ Maxx. So you get the shade Rose, Sugar, and Basically. And I feel like this would be nice because I got a pink one, a mauve one, and more of a neutral one. I can mix and match, swirling my brush around. So I figured this would be nice with the eyeshadow palettes that I have pulled out, because I kind of want my cheeks to match my eyes and my lips. The two brow products I brought in is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and I think I'm almost done with this, so I kind of just want to use it until I'm gone. I already have my backup. And then I also have the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. This is in the shade 2. I did use this today, and I think it filled in my brows better than I was giving it credit for before, because I don't really like pencils because I do have thicker brows, and I feel like a pencil just takes too long. But honestly, my brows are full, and it didn't take me that long to fill it in even with this. So I think I don't know what I'm talking about, basically. So, I did use this today, and I think I'm going to use it for the next week and see how I like it. For mascara, I did bring in a lash primer. I do have a full size of the CoverGirl one, but I did bring in two different mascaras, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So I wanted to use my mini, and this is the Lancome eyeshadow primer, and I figured that why not? Why not just pull it in? I have two, might as well use them. The mascaras, one is from Collab Beauty and one is from Tarte. This is the Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. I really do like their Lights Camera Lashes mascara over this one. I only picked this one up because I think it was $10 during their 21 Days of Beauty sale. So I picked up this one and the Lights Camera Lashes. I do like this mascara when I have more of a clumpy, thick mascara, so I can put this one on first and it can separate my lashes, give my lashes like shape and structure, and make them lengthening. Because this mascara, on the other hand, is the Works Wow Effect All-in-One Mascara. It is a bit more clumpy, or not really clumpy, but thickening, and if you're not careful, this can make your lashes turn into one big lash. So I like to apply that one and then go in with this one to get my lashes to like separate and like go up. I am wearing both of these mascaras right now, so I do like these in conjunction with each other. I don't know, probably wouldn't wear them, either of them on their own. Maybe if I have an eyeshadow primer, I can wear this one. Maybe I'll just test and see. I'll wear this one with my eyeshadow primer. I'll wear this one with my eyeshadow primer, and we'll see where that goes. So, other than that, I only have lips left to talk to you about. I have 4 liquid lipsticks, 4 bullet lipsticks, and 3 lip glosses to talk to y'all about. First, let's talk about my liquid lipstick. So, first I pulled in 2 from ColourPop, and these are both the Kathleen Lights collection. I got these last holiday season, I believe. This is the Kathleen Lights Twinkling Lights Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Lucky Star, which is this one, and then this one is in the shade Little Star, and this one is honestly my favorite from the set. It is just the most beautiful color, and I don't have anything like it in my collection. I am going to swatch these for you so y'all can see, because I know that in the tube it doesn't really do it justice, because it can look like one thing and it completely be a different. So first, we've got Little Star and Lucky Star, and I really do like the ColourPop formula. It is really nice, easy wearable, and I feel like this is a Christmas shade, and this is kind of goes along that grungy vibe that I've been loving lately and digging on, so I'm very excited to pull these in. And then the other 2 liquid lips I have, there is blacks and like smoky tones in, and I really felt like this shade here would go perfectly with them. This is the Pro Matte Liquid Lip Color from MAC in the shade Topped with Brandy. And I feel like with those cool tones in the, both the Tati Beauty palette has cool tones and the Shane Dawson palette has cool tones. And Side of Brandy is right there. I feel like it would look so nice. This one pulls a bit more warm tone and this one pulls a bit more cool tone. So it depends on like what vibe I'm going for. And this last liquid lip is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the style 822. It is more of a nude. So I figured I'd give like different options and like lip colors. And then the 4 liquid lipsticks I got, I think I'm just going to swatch them and then tell you what they are. Myself options. This is in the MAC liquid lipstick in the shade Fireballer right on top. The second one down is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Bond Girl. The next one down is the Too Faced lipstick in the shade Expose, which is this one right here. And the bottom one here is the Revolution lipstick in the shade Sinister Seduction. So I feel like I do have a well-rounded, like different, like variety of lip colors. I don't know, these two kind of look a little bit the same, but they're not totally the same. So we'll see if I end up pulling in different lipsticks. With my Shop My Stash, I try not to say I can only use these products. If I want to pull something in, I can pull it in, but I'll just make sure I let you know my next Shop My Stash video if I did pull anything in. And I do like to plump my lips. Like I'll put a plumping lip gloss on while I do my eyeshadow and my face makeup, and then I'll take that lip gloss off in preparation for my actual lipstick. So the plumping lipstick the plumping lip gloss that I pulled is the Hard Candy Max Pout Plumping Serum. This is the Supreme Volumizing Lip Gloss. So they've got a Supreme one and they've got just regular ones. And that's what the applicator looks like. It did kind of look a little weird. And it smells god-awful. So if you are like no on a lot of smells, this is probably going to be a no for you. But it does have like a strong scent. But like I said, I don't wear this out. I wear this when I'm like prepping my lips and getting them plump for lipstick. So I decided to pull this one in since I hadn't used it in a little while. And then the other two lip glosses here, I've got a clear one from Fenty Beauty, and then I've got this one from Marc Jacobs with the shade Sugar Sugar 312. And this one is, I figured it would be a great option to either tone down any of my lipsticks. There it is right there. It is just like a pretty pigmented nude lip gloss. So I figured I'd pull that one in, and this one is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss in the shade Diamond Milk. And I figured that this would look just great. It's got just a clear gloss with some like shimmeries in there, and I did want to pull one of these in because I did get a mini set of theirs and I wanted to use some of their lip glosses. Like I said, I am not limited to these products, so if I do end up pulling anything in, I will make sure to talk to you about that and everything else. So without further ado, I'll see y'all later. Bye! Oh wait, one more thing. I do have a giveaway. As soon as I get to 100 subscribers, I will be posting a video game or a giveaway on my YouTube channel. The only two things that I have said are in there is the Morphe, or no, the only thing that I said in there is the Morphe and Jeffree Star palette. I did get two sent to me. So, one of you are going to be winning one of that, but it's got a whole bunch of other items. I put some items in there from my holiday sets and things like that. So stay tuned and you might be my lucky winner. So let your friends and family know, send them this way, and if they don't like makeup, they can even subscribe and you can win the giveaway if they don't want it or anything like that. So I will see y'all later. Bye!